What's up, Lakers fans? This is Jonathan Hernandez of the Lakers Legacy Podcast, and oh shit, Fino, we've got some big news. The Lakers just declined Jalen Hood-Schifino's $4 million team option for next year, which now effectively makes JHS a $3.8 million expiring contract this year. Woo! So before I get into what this means for the Lakers and the team as a whole moving forward, let me first get into my thoughts about this move and how I feel about it. And to put it simply, I'm a bit relieved. Look, JHS seems like a good kid, introverted, introspective, mature, but he's just not a good NBA player right now, and he is currently in the worst situation and context to succeed in. With the Lakers trying to win a championship in LeBron James' last years, he's in the worst situation and context to succeed in if he is a project player who needs reps, which it seems like he is exactly that type of player. The Lakers already have Max Christie going through the fire right now. We just drafted a much better ready-made rookie in Dalton Connect who needs his usage. We've got Bronny James waiting in the wings. Maxwell Lewis is still on the roster. And quite honestly, even two-way guard Quincy Oliveri looks much better than Jalen Hood-Schifino does right now and looks like a better basketball player at the moment. And so I am actually glad the Lakers declined JHS's team option for next year because I feared that they would try to save face for this very fireable decision last year to, one, not only draft someone at number 17 in general, but two, to then draft the worst possible player they could have picked at number 17 in a very, very deep 2023 draft. They could have gone so many different ways, and it's not even just about Cam Whitmore, Brandon Pajemski, Jaime Jaquez. I'm talking about guys in the second round, guys in the later first, like Ben Shepherd, Trace Jackson-Davis, Gigi Jackson, Julian Strawther. We could have gone so many different ways and filled so many other positions of need, and the Lakers picked a guard who isn't good at any one thing. He's like a jack of no trades, master of none. He is a limbo type pick. So yeah, I thought the Lakers would hold on to this JHS experiment for as long as they could, till he somewhat panned out, just so that they could save some face for that terrible decision. But now it's clear that they aren't going to do that. And I'm glad that the Lakers are cutting their losses here. We have to win now, and we can't have 3 or 4 roster spots each year filled with developmental projects that just can't contribute on the court when need be. So I actually think this is the best decision for both parties. I think this is best for both parties. Not only for the Lakers, but also for JHS, because some team will take a chance on a young guard like JHS with a pretty good build and frame, and that team will likely be a tank team with a ton of usage and reps that they can funnel into JHS so that he can properly develop. And so I think this is actually a good thing for JHS. I think his confidence was shot, and a change of scenery would do him good. And also from the Lakers' end, who knows, maybe they saw something in JHS's medicals that also made them want to cut bait. But overall, I'm glad that they made this decision and were pretty decisive about it, even though it is conceding the loss. We all knew already that this was a loss, and so I think they're doing the smart and shrewd thing here. Now, before I get to what this means for the Lakers and the roster moving forward, I just wanted to remind you guys to please do me a favor and hit the like button, comment down below, and please give this channel a subscribe. Also, if you're looking to make better bets on players than what the Lakers did with their number 17th pick in the 2023 NBA draft, then consider doing so with the Underdog Fantasy app. Underdog is the place to play if you're a sports fan looking to win money while watching sports, compete against other players just by selecting higher or lower on 2 or more players' stats, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. If you're looking for an easy pick for tonight's slate of games, go take Devin Booker higher than 24.5 points. He's going up against the Clippers tonight, and he just had 33 points the last game versus us. I think he's starting to get hot, so 24.5 points seems like easy money, taking the higher on that. Book it, or I guess booker it. So place that bet and many others by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app, signing up, and using code LEGACY, and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Again, download the Underdog app, Sign up and use code LEGACY and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Higher or lower, you make the call. Turn every future JHS lower prop bet into some cash with Underdog. Oh, I know, that's kind of harsh. I wish JHS all the best on another team. But yeah, Underdog Fantasy Sports app. Download it now. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP, 1-800-639-8783, or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467369. All right, with that said, let's get into what this all means for the Lakers moving forward. So, by declining JHS's team option for next year, the Lakers have essentially turned Jalen Hood-Schifino into a walking, tradable salary ballast that they 100% need to get off of by the trade deadline. And I think that was always going to be the case in terms of they were going to trade him no matter what, even if they did pick up his team option. But I think the Lakers just made the calculus that JHS as an expiring contract would be a more valuable trade asset than JHS with $4 million left over for next season, even if he is a cost-controlled young player. Because he's just not an NBA player, and other teams see that as well, even if they want to take a flyer on him. And so I think the Lakers were correct in that evaluation. So now the Lakers have a shiny new $3.8 million expiring contract in their hands that they can now dangle in trades, along with some second-round picks or even some first-round picks. Or they can also tack JHS's contract onto a larger trade to make salaries work. And before you scoff at JHS as a trade asset, let me just remind you guys that yes, no one actually wants JHS, but at the end of the day, it is not about JHS the player. It is about his $3.8 million expiring contract helping potentially clear a multi-year deal off of someone else's books. But it's also more so about the second round picks or the draft capital that the Lakers will inevitably have to attach alongside JHS. And also, let me remind everyone that the Lakers last year in 2023 traded an expiring $5 million Kendrick Nunn, who no team wanted, for Rui Hachimura. They were able to do that by attaching 3 seconds to Nunn's expiring deal, and the Wizards took the bait. And so, what can JHS's $3.8 million get you if you attach seconds or even the Lakers' 2029 first or 2031 first to him? Well, Walker Kessler is only making $2.9 million, and Day'Ron Sharpe is only making $3.8 million. And if you tack JHS on with one other veteran minimum contract, then you can start looking at guys like Isaiah Jackson, who's only making $4.4 million. Or Nick Richards, who's only making $5 million. So there are actually a pretty decent amount of players who could actually help the Lakers who are only making around $3.8 to $5 million that JHS's contract would come in handy for. Point being, the Lakers can do a lot with JHS's $3.8 million expiring contract. But more realistically, JHS isn't going to be shopped in trades by himself. He will likely be included in larger trades or even a mid-tier trade at some point. Expiring contracts are very valuable come the trade deadline, especially in this new CBA landscape where teams are trying to shed money and longer-term deals off of their books. And come December 15th, the Lakers can begin aggregating as many veteran minimum contracts into larger deals as they want. Again, let me run it down for you guys. All of the Lakers' expiring contracts that they'll have available to deal by December 15th. We've got D'Angelo Russell's $18.7 million expiring, JHS's $3.8 million now expiring, Christian Wood's $3 million expiring, Jackson Hayes' $2.4 million, and Cam Reddish's $2.4 million. Those are 5 expiring contracts of different amounts, but if you add all of those expiring contracts all together, which you can do after December 15th, you eventually get around to $30 million in expiring salary. So start looking at Spotrac to see which of your favorite players make around $30 million, and you could begin to go to work on the trade machine. But let's say the Lakers even just want to make a smaller mid-tier sort of deal and use D'Angelo Russell in a separate deal later. Even if you just combine JHS, Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, and Reddish's contracts together and tack on a couple of seconds to that package, that already gets you to $11.6 million of expiring contracts. And there are some pretty decent players out there who are making around $10 to $11 million. I will let you go look at Spotrac to see who those players are. So yeah, by turning JHS into an expiring contract, the Lakers have simply widened their trade optionality this February and made their packages a little more attractive to prospective teams because they have more expirings to help clear someone else's books with. So yeah, I'll probably do a future video covering some of those trade targets at these different price points. But for now, I'll let you guys go to work on the trade machine and I'll leave it right here. Best of luck to JHS. I hope he succeeds and I hope he pans out on his own. He was just not in the right situation, not in the right context, and the Lakers never should have put him in this limbo position that he was put in. But yeah, let's keep on improving the roster, Rob. So Godspeed. All right, guys, that'll do it. Please do me a favor and hit the like button, comment down below, and most importantly, hit subscribe on this channel. This has been Jonathan Hernandez of the Lakers Legacy Podcast, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.